All right. Looks like we are officially live here for the 25th remote edition of Folk You. And I will go more into spiel about what this is all about. If you're tuning in, hopefully you already have some sense of it. But I want to welcome my guests for this evening officially. And going in the order that you are on the screen right now, I'm happy to be joined by Gary Nobody, who has a beautiful Lounge Acts shirt on that he wants to one sees, and I'm already jealous of. And to his digital right is James Curley.
Hello.
Sir, salute. I'm Larry O'Dean, the host. So let me give the quick spiel for everyone about what is going on here. So this is a songwriter round robin. We're currently in our 20th year that I'm doing this in the greater Chicagoland area. For those who may not know what a round robin is, or because there's different variations on it, I'll give you what we've been doing. And it's an opportunity for songwriters to get together and to play original material, either stuff they have written on their own or co-written. No covers, even though playing covers live can be very revealing as far as inspirations go. This is a show about the songwriters, so when they're here, we want to hear their material. And it's an opportunity for them to play it in these little mini sets, and that's one of the things that's different. Some round robins have longer mini sets than others. We have 3 passes. It'll be 2 songs, and 1 for the final pass for a total of 5. I think that's the broad description of it. I will open, and then lo and behold, will it be in this order for a follow-up? I don't know, and we'll leave that a mystery until I'm done and I bring in the person to follow me. Gary, James, anything to say before I send you down to the digital green room to get yourselves in fine fettle, a finer fettle, because you're clearly already in fine fettle here.
Well, just thank you for getting another opportunity to do the show with you. It's been a few times now, and I'm glad it rained out, so maybe more people will be inside and listening to us.
Yes, it's a perfect day for something like this.
James? Yeah, thank you, Larry. And the picture behind me of a perfect day was taken on a bike ride that was not today, obviously, in Chicago. So.
No, it's making me very jealous because it's been just, cold and dreary here all day. I kind of like it myself, but there you go. All right. Well, I will let you two relax. I'll get this thing started. So Gary, we'll see you soon. James, also see you soon. Hang tight. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, James, but I think it was words of fare thee well or something along those lines. So yes, hello. So I'm so glad to be here. 25th edition of this thing called Folk You. And one thing that doing it remotely has really done is, I think because like a good citizen of the 21st century, I'm pretty comfortable with, computers and doing conferencing and whatever the hell people do, FaceTiming and all that. But it's definitely given me a chance to be a little bit more familiar, even with the things that are good and bad about my own performing style and everything else. And so I'm taking this all as a learning experience and a growing experience. It's been beneficial. Again, really glad to be here. Looking forward to both James and Gary. They're both fantastic players, fantastic songwriters and singers. And I'm going to open tonight with a song from my band, The Injured Parties. And this is off of our most recent album. There's some rumblings that we might be working on another one coming up soon, but they haven't past the rumbling stage yet. And it's called The Advantage Was Mine. And I think it doesn't need any other comments. Maybe something will pop into my head, as so much has over the last couple of years, and, reframing songs that, seem to be thought of as being about X or Y change and have changed over the last 2+ years. But if something like that comes to mind, I'm sure I'll reflect on it. I'm a talker, as you can tell, but I will also be a player here. And again, it's called The Advantage Was Mine. Haven't actually played this in a folk in a while, so glad to have the opportunity to do it. Imagine a door that won't open anymore. Try as you might, that door is locked tight, and there isn't any key for gaining entry. You shut out entirely, that door was made. You couldn't cross the line. With the advantage was mine. I hate to admit there were moments when it clearly gave me pause, considering the cause of all our little fights, grown bigger through the night, only then to shrink to a size we think each other has defined. But the advantage was mine. What's the sense in trying? What's the fuss when every move we make comes between us? You said that pride was best bottled up inside and grew evermore to be proud of your own humility. We spoke in careful sentences while fixing our own fences. Property we shared fell into disrepair, and now boasts a for sale sign. The advantage was mine, mine, mine. We signed on the dotted line, and the advantage was mine. So tempted to hit that chord, but no, not going to do it. Not going to do it. All right. So that felt pretty good. And I, of course, I had the dry throat moment. Even as I was copiously, well, not copiously, but, rather casually actually sipping my water before we went on the air. And of course, I would have the dry throat moment just when I did not need to be having it. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to do next one of my newer songs. It's not so new now, but it's still in the newer pile. And I think it's pretty straightforward what the title is once it gets going. So I'm not going to give anything away on that because it's worth waiting for. And hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Feeling funny, things have been a little weird. distant, but it's worse than I feared. Call it a midlife crisis, with all that it entails. But instead of leasing a Jaguar, you've been blasting out emails. Don't send me your dick pics. For them I never asked. Don't send me your dick pics, or I'll just have to send them back. Don't you find it inappropriate? Doesn't it seem kinda wrong and dumb using a smartphone, texting me your schlong? It's not that I am prudish, I keep an open mind, but when I'm opening an attachment, it's not a dick I hope to find. Don't send me your dick pics. Don't send them to me. Don't send me your dick pics. It's something I just can't unsee. Maybe you need a vacation. You've been working every day. I never guessed that overtime was being used in quite this way. This way. Yeah. I hope you've learned your lesson. This kind of thing won't do. I expect to never again receive any dick pics from you. And if the urge should strike, you shouldn't snort and scoff. It may be the only answer then is to chop that dick right off. Don't send me your dick pics. For them I never asked. Don't send me your dick pics, or I'll just have to send them back. Or I'll just have to send them back. Or I'll just have to send one back. Sorry, I caught you mid-tune there.
No, actually, I'm wondering how one follows that song.
I guess unashamedly.
Yeah, I mean,
with an askance glance at the one who just sang the song, I suppose.
yeah, I've heard comedians tell stories about like somebody goes out on stage and just does something so outrageous that the next comedian up goes, I don't want to go on.
Yeah,
So
what?
I'm gonna let that lie, and you know, uh, so I'll just go into my stuff.
I, I,
Um,
I I think you've got the best approach there, just to
yeah,
leave it
yeah,
alone. And there's so many literal and otherwise meanings we could put to that. Leave it
yeah,
alone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So you're ready to rock? Am I correct? Have I gleaned it
I'm ready.
correctly?
Yeah,
All right. Well, great to have you here.
thanks, Larry.
And we've got at least one comment so far. As a woman, I definitely feel this way. So and that's thank you, Joy. She has always wonderful things to say. All right, James, looking forward to it. And I will see you on the next swing around.
Okay, buddy. Well, thanks for listening, whoever's out there. I'm doing 5 songs tonight, none of which have ever been recorded. So hopefully I'll get back in the studio someday and get these recorded. This is called Sweet Summer. When March arrives, days finally feel longer. Sunshine's evening lingers long. Winter's packed an old valise, heading out, spreading rumors. Summer's coming home before long. Autumn's on his annual pilgrimage, won't return till summer's almost gone. Spring is hiding by a tree, peering round to look at me and singing her fresh song. The grass waxes greener, buds hanging out on the trees. It's been a long time since I've seen her, and I wonder if she still loves me. Oh, sweet summer, nod your head, send a gentle breeze along. I'm happy if you glance my way. Rustle up my flower beds, tussle up my cow-licked head. Remind me why I love these brilliant days. Sweet summer, be my love, be the one I've daydreamed of all winter long, hiding in my home. Melt the frost I'm cracking in, toast a gloss on my pale skin, and sear me till I'm roasted to the bone. The grass waxes greener, buds hanging out on the trees. It's been a long time since I've seen her, and I wonder if she still loves me. It's been a long time since I've seen her, and I wonder if she still loves me. Thanks. That was Sweet Summer. And this is a song that I co-wrote with my wife, who I sometimes perform with. And it's called Carpe Every Diem. go then, you and I, with the evening spread against the sky, where we can read T.S. Eliot. I will wear my trousers rolled before the final credits roll. Let's do things for the hell of it. Life is full of tragedy, mystery, and majesty. We can't control a single circumstance. Let us go then, you and I, with the evening spread against the sky. I hear fiddles, come and dance. Let us go through narrow streets, the ancient gates long obsolete, the yellow window lights illuminate. Curling smoke from burning stoves, it dawns on us how far we drove. I hope to God a pub is open late. Fall into a musty cot with rusty springs that squeak a lot. Wrap a blanket around against the chill. Wake up hours later to the clanking of a radiator and a blackbird resting on the windowsill. Ooh, ooh, taste the sweet and bitter, see the shadow and the light. Wander in the gloaming as day turns into night. Sweating in the summer, shiver in the cold. Carpe every day and before we get too old. Let politics and lunatics take the center of the stage, same as it ever was in every day and age. Let us go then, you and I, and paint the sunset on the sky before the turning of the final page. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let us go then, you and I, and paint the sunset on the sky. Aye, yeah.
Cool. Hey, cool sounds, man. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry, just lining up my camera here to see myself. Okay, well, so I'm gonna do one that was kind of remembering my days on the road, first as an engineer, but I guess now as a musician. So it's called 9 Days on the Road. Nine straight days on the road. Hotel sixes getting old. The next club got to find just a few minutes to unwind. Gotta still give you my best. Not shipwrecking, I need rest. And so when I close my eyes, the last stage lights still shine. We just need to speak our minds. Hope it reaches you inside. It's the music you dig. Tell the owner about the gig. Without you, we've got no voice. Once you're here, it's your choice. You've got the power to help us shine. Oh, please keep that in mind. Thank you so much for your support. It's your ear we wanna quote. And when you take a break, play our tunes for goodness sake. 10 straight days on the road. Hotel 6's gotten old. Gonna still give you my best. Not your problem, I need rest. Playing for you, still the best. This song, next one is, all these were written before COVID, by the way. The last time I was on the show, I did songs that were written during COVID. So this is reaching back before that, better times. This is kind of about getting feelings for a coworker you maybe shouldn't have. Called Words Unspoken. More time we played together, the more I come to think something good could happen, but should it, would we freak? Try to focus on our work, not let my heart and mind take me places I shouldn't be. Or would it work out fine? Your caring ways play on my mind. Good night, hug, stop time. Giggle belies a bitter inside that once was hurt so deep. I think of others that avail themselves, and I just settle and keep myself from feeling it sounds of peace. Take solace least till I sleep. Tell myself not ready to feel. It's been so long I'm weak. Don't see what's out there before I can. But still, my mind won't cheat. Every time I try to put it all behind, feelings come back to mind. Happens soon. Our dating sites and honest search behind that wall so safe. Your guarded ways keep them at bay, but still you give me a taste. Only woman in the room, the only one I see, says what I feel. Relationships weird, won't take a chance on you. So now I'm resigned, put it all behind. No foul, I am fine. This work is on my mind.
I didn't want to step onto your moment there, Gary, but I could feel the power exuding from that D chord there, and I thought I could. I came in at the right point. Am I correct?
Did it again. Yep.
Sounding good, Gary. I mean, for what it's worth, lots of nice comments coming through on the Facebook stuff. So you can just take my word for it if you're keeping yourself in the big screen.
I want to thank you, but I just want to mention, I want to thank you. I got distracted a couple of times because they went dead. I didn't, and it's just like I wasn't hearing myself back, so I just played through it.
Oh, okay. They're fine now, though.
Yeah, and I hear you, but I don't hear myself too much. Before it was louder. That's okay. Whatever.
No, you're sounding good. But trust me, sounding good. All right, Gary. We'll see you next time around. I think he's eager to take a breather. And after that first pass, who wouldn't be, right? I know for me, I'm always like, it doesn't matter what it is, you know. If I'm a poet, if I'm giving a reading, and no matter how long it is, I want to get through that first poem. If it's a set like this, I want to get through the first set or the first song. Usually is it, and then of course, longer sets. It's the same thing. I just want to kind of get out there, and I want to, you know, get through that first song, and then my anxiety level drops. What, you know what? It drops. It goes out of the screen. So feeling pretty good. And thank you. I'll say it a couple times, I'm sure, but to James and Gary, they're both sounding great. I'm so happy to have them here. And I really appreciate it when people take time out of their schedule to folk you again, to focus with focus or without focus. And to the people that are out there listening, thank you for doing that too. So for my second set here, I'm going to play the newest thing that I've written, which, you know, of course, it's been getting a lot of mileage. And so a part of me, when I was getting ready to play tonight and, you know, going through the Dean Oeuvre, I thought, I'll give that one a rest. But, you know, when I had laid everything out, it was like, no, I'm still feeling like I want to play it. And it's called I'm a Little Disappointed in Myself. So without further ado, I'm gonna play it for you. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I didn't do that thing I should have done. I didn't get up early and have a run. I thought instead I'd have some fun. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I raised my voice when it didn't need to be. All I was thinking about was me. Wish I could lay myself across my knee. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I really wanted to come out to your show. It meant a lot to you, I know. I promise next time I'll go. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I miss testifying for you in court. I helped some kids build a tree fort and dropped my neighbor at the airport. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Is this the boy my parents raised? To be the man everyone praised and spoke of thankful and amazed. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Perhaps I raised the bar too high. I'm only human, one day I'll die. All this potential unrealized. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm gonna put these thoughts to bed. Shove them right out of my head. Making room for something pleasanter instead. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Oh, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, self, for disappointing again. I think part of what I like about that song is it's just the simplicity of that 1-4-5 chord progression starting in E, and it seems like the kind of thing you could just like chug through for forever. Probably not what you want to hear forever, but something very like hypnotic and satisfying about it. So thank you so much. I am going to do for the next song in this set here another Injured Parties number from Product Placement, and it's you know, I'm a fan of many things, musical and cinematic and literary and so on and so forth. So I do have famous people, properly doing my air quotes here, famous people in some songs that I've written. And this one's about Robert Blake, which even when I had written it, he was well past his expiration date, but it's the man had a long career and did things that people don't even know, aside from the thing that this song is about. And it started out with the title Robert Blake's Confession, and then eventually it morphed into Murder the Truth, which is the title it's been recorded under with the injured parties. A much better title than Robert Blake's Confession. So anyway, it's roughly chronological. So hope you like it. Hope you get the references, and even if you don't get them, hope you still like it. Here we go. Murder the Truth. In the Great Depression, really made them laugh. Me, Spanky, and Alfalfa, footloose in the grass. Co-starred with John Garfield and sold Bogart his fate. That scene we did together only took 2 takes. I'm a little bit Beretta and a lot of John Wilkes Booth. I killed in self-defense since she murdered the truth. Career down the toilet, just another sucker. All I ever wanted was to be loved and a fucker. What we had was good once, but she decided to make waves. That night outside the Telos, it just could not be saved. I'm a little bit Beretta and a lot of John Wilkes Booth. I killed in self-defense since she murdered the truth. Standing on a closet, waiting for my cue, feeding tiny crackers to Fred the cockatoo, waiting to hear action and rehearse in the golden line. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. I'm a Beretta and a lot of John Wilkes Booth. I killed in self-defense since she murdered the truth. She murdered the truth. Murdered the truth.
You keep doing this to me, man.
Say that again, James.
You keep doing this to me.
Oh, I saw your comment there. Comments. So
Yeah.
but well, I'm not doing it on purpose anyway.
No,
but
I'm just giving you shit. Sorry.
But what giveaway, and you know what I realized when I was introducing this, I was like, yeah, and it's rough, and it goes chronologically, and then I realized no, it doesn't, because it's sort of it jumps. It starts with him when he's a kid actor, and then it jumps up to the whole incident that screwed him out of everything, and then it goes back to what he's well, maybe he's not as well known for Beretta anymore. I think he might be better known for the stuff he did with David Lynch, you know.
Yeah.
But, what a weirdo, you know, and just I don't know. I think that kind of like, you know, throwing it all away motif is kind of fascinating to me, you know, and for what? Just it's sad, I guess, ultimately, but and that's all I shall say on it. I'm sorry to manipulate or to
Your
monopolize.
show, dude. It's your
Well,
show.
yeah, but I like to get in and out if I can, you know, like the best of musical burglars. So
Fair enough.
and I guess I shall do that. I shall once again let you do your thing. Sounding great, sir.
Thank you, Larry. Hey, Ron. Nice to see you on the chat. I hope you're doing well. I mentioned I'm doing all unrecorded songs. That doesn't mean they were written recently. This one I've had in my repertoire for a long time and never recorded it. So it's based on an actual event. I saw a cowboy on the subway, and it's called There's a Cowboy on the Subway. There's a cowboy on the subway. I want to steal his hat, but he's looking my way. He keeps a bending his knee as the train careens like he's the top dog rider in a rodeo on the silver screen. He wears a buckskin vest lined with rabbit fur, a Tom Mix hat, chaps and spurs, saddlebags bulging at the seams, newspapers and file jackets and magazines. Like a Western movie on the southbound A, Wyoming Avenue's a block away. I wonder if you'll rob this train and skedaddle back to his hideaway home on the range. This disturbing urban wannabe Jesse James. None of my fellow riders look him in the eye. This desperado from days gone by. So I adopt the gunslinger stance like it's high noon outside the saloon and draw the cowboy's glance. Just then the train bends into an underpass. The lights go out, a few riders gasp as if they fear the buckaroo will draw his gun, and the darkness lifts. The cowboy grins. It's all been for fun. Like it's a Western movie on the southbound A, Wyoming Avenue a block away. I wonder if you'll rob this train and skedaddle back to his hideaway home on the range. This disturbing urban wannabe Jesse James. The doors slide open, I go my way. Wyoming Avenue, have a nice day, says the engineer. The cowboy rides into the sunset with his hat and gun in my mind's eye. Like it's a Western movie on the southbound A, Wyoming Avenue a block away. I wonder if you'll rob this train and skedaddle back to his hideaway home on the range. This disturbing urban wannabe Jesse James back to his hole in the wall on the high plains. On the train from Midway, I saw a cowboy. And this song is, it's called What Does a Moon Do? What does a moon do when its planet disappears? Does gravity cease to be? Does it turn blue through and through? When its orbit ends, does it weep moon tears? I was always taught that energy can't be created or destroyed. If that's true, where are you? Have you disappeared into the void? I was always in your orbit. I was your planetary gear, circling you the way moons do, year after year after year. How strange to be untethered, a satellite, unemployed. I will drift through space, I will see your face in every comet, every asteroid. I no longer want to orbit. I'll let the heavens pass me by. As they expand, I will make no plans. I will not appear in any other sky. I was always in your orbit. I was your planetary gear, circling you as moons do, year after year, year after year. So many, yet so few years.
Hey, James. Wow. Nice.
Thanks, Gary. Appreciate that.
This song is about the power of a woman. Pro-choice, but takes a hard road. That's what Jane does. By the way, your comments help a lot. We feel pretty isolated on this end. So when you comment, it's like we're seeing you out there. So please do. It's called Sad Jane. Golden alone, pavement chills her to the bone. Knows her young life will never be the same. He went inside, she tried to fight, but only cried. He turned, he finished, he ran away. And to no one she can say, feels so dirty she can't pray. Hours to days, days to weeks, a month goes by. It's almost like it didn't happen anymore. But a cycle was missed. Should she just end it and slash her wrist? Or would that give him power he doesn't deserve? And to no one she can say how she'd like to make him feel. But the life inside will be her pride. Her choice was her own. Whatever it takes, the power of a woman's love prevails. Made the crime a gift, the newborn life she treasured it. She made sure that he'd never be the same. And that little boy became a man that shed joy. Knows her life now bitter since he came. And now there is no shame. Just proud moments for Jane. Yeah. This is like a love song, like fiction. I don't know where it came from at the time, but one of those things I just had to hurry up and get it all down before I forgot. It's called Always You. Just a moment, I want to just mention I'll be playing live at Fuller's Pub on July 23rd. It's my birthday show, Saturday night, starting about 8:30. Come by, it's on Kedzie and Irving. Thanks. When I need to stay strong, weather the storm, it's for you. And when I need a reason to go on and on, always you. Who can make me smile at the darkest skies? I can see so far past it. There's one reason why. No, it's you, only you, always you. When I'm alone introspecting, how'd I get so damn happy? It's you. Yeah, you. When they ask me how I do it, with a knowing smile, I look at you. How can I thank you for all that you've done? I know it's not over, and the best is yet to come. 'Cause I'm with you, strength of two, me and you. In those most peaceful times, how did I get there? You, it's true. When I'm hurt inside, just to know that you're out there, I'm cool. For so long I was down, broken and defeated. Now I know I can make it, shed these chains I have freed unto you. 'Cause of you, only you. I will take the next step, stay on course, I can make it. Got no fear of the future till the final goodbye. I'm with you till the end, always you.
You did it to me again. I think what it is, I put a comment there too. It's like, I love it when I can tell when you're really getting into the mood of the song, And so it's like, I feel like I don't want to break that, hypnotic thing you got going. And again, great comments all through here. But I always love listening to you, Gary. It's great.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you much.
And I'm glad you got that plug in there. We can do more of that at the end as well. But in fact, make a mental note to say it again at the end of the show so people know when they can see you in person. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
It'd be good to see even more people than just Larry.
Yes. Well,
people.
Don't I know it? Yeah. All right. And just for that, I'm going to put you down into the green room, Gary, but I will see you next time around. Oh, what a dude. All right. Well, yes. Thank you so much again for the kind comments. And, I can't repeat myself enough. I'm really humbled to be here with these two great songwriters, and everyone's sounding really good. And, usually by July, I'm, above and beyond, the pandemic, this and that. It's like I'm like melting. And, so we actually had a spring, and then all week it's been like weirdly cool. And I live by the lake anyway, so I get that extra layer of weirdly cool. So I think that it's all seeming kind of magical to me. So thanks all. So I have one more for you, and it's another Injured Party song, and this is off of our debut disc, Fun with a Purpose. I always like to plug the beautiful art by Lloyd Dangle, who's a cartoonist. If you Google his name, you'll go, I know that guy. He did a great job. He listened to the lyrics for the songs, and then he came up with some stunning art for our debut. And this is one that, when I was again looking through the, planning my set, I came across this particular older song. And it's one that I almost always pull out in February because it's like one of my more direct, again, I shouldn't do the air quotes, love songs. And Gary just happened to say, oh, this is a love song. So, completely by happenstance, this is a good segue into this. And it also is me flexing my literary bona fides here by titling it after a Raymond Carver book and short story. It's called What We Talk About When We Talk About Love. So hope you like it. I'll have more to say as we wrap things up after a little bit. But again, here we go. Let me try that again. It's not roses or Caribbean cruises. Much more likely, it's headaches and bruises. It's the stupid things that we did are all done when we were working, not having fun. When it comes down to push or shove, that's what we talk about when we talk about love. It's not a fairy tale with a princess and a frog, a girl named Dorothy and her little dog. There's no place like home, you can say that again. When the rent is due and you haven't got a cent, we spend it all on junk and other stuff. That's what we talk about when we talk about love. When we talk about love, we don't use that word. There's plenty of that going around that we've already heard. It's not a greeting card with a big red heart, breakfast in bed, or a brand new car, a box of chocolates, or a diamond ring. It's none of those disposable things. I don't know what it is, but I can't get enough. That's what we talk about when we talk about love. I don't know what it is, but we can't get enough.
Nice song there.
Thank you. Had you heard that one?
Good set in general. So,
Oh, thank you. Have you heard that one before?
I don't recall hearing that one.
Oh, okay. I mean, like I had mentioned, I sometimes when I'll play it for this, I'll trot it out around February because I keep thinking, I have to show that I'm not just a cynical bastard, But it just seemed like it was the time to do it. So I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, one left to go.
Oh, yeah, I know it's kind of sad, but looking forward to hearing it. So once again, have at it, and we'll reconvene at the end.
All right, man. Another unrecorded song, another one co-written with my lovely spouse who is here on the comments. And actually, this song was written on a request by Jenny Benjamin. If you know Jenny, she writes haiku and asked us to write a song based on haiku. This is called Streets Below. The shadow from the building at the end of the block is long. It's no one else out on the street o'clock in the morning. The moon lingers past its curfew after dawn. I sit on my front steps and wait for you to come along. 2 tin cans, a long string. One of us yelled ring, ring, ring. The other yelled hello. We'd hop on bikes and off we flew like the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, hunting down murder clues. Moon and sun above, the streets below. The city summer mornings bright and cool. School was weeks away. We investigated crimes from Memorial through Labor Day. Corner store didn't know it was a crime scene anyway. Shoppers were suspects to arrest. No one got away. 2 tin cans, a long string. One of us yelled ring, ring, ring. The other yelled hello. We'd hop on bikes and off we flew like the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, hunting down murder clues. Moon and sun above, the streets below. That summer when the riot started, Mother tried to keep us in the house. The bullhorns and shouting, the violence and the anger letting out. Our comic book detective force dissolved like afternoon clouds. The shadow from the building at the end of the block hung around. 2 dented cans of broken strings, sirens yelling ring, ring, ring. My brother's broken nose. Our neighborhood on TV news, riot cops in steel-toed boots, and all of it in full view of moon and sun above, streets below. Moon and sun above, streets below. Moon and sun above, streets below.
Ooh, yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, James, it's been a pleasure jamming with you, sort of.
Same here, Gary.
You too, man.
All right.
This song is about, we were talking about some venues that have not made it, Elbow Room and a few others, and this is about another one, Chicago Joe's. I call it jamming at Joe's. But before I hit that, I just sneak it in. Come by next week from tomorrow, 8:30, Fuller's at Kedzie and Irving. It's my birthday show. I won't play in my birthday suit unless we get enough votes, though. So come on by. Another Monday night, music feels so right. Hey, down at Joe's, jamming with the guys, trying songs full size. Hey, love the guys at Joe's. Whoa, jamming at Joe's. stop. No egos, just playing from the heart. Good time is had, mood is never bad. Yeah, love the guys at Joe's. Whoa, jamming at Joe's. Whoa, yeah. Another Monday night, music feels so right. Yeah, down at Joe's, jamming with the guys, trying songs for size. Yeah, love the guys at Joe's. Whoa, whoa, jamming at Joe's. Whoa, jamming at Joe's. Whoa, jamming at Joe's. Oh, thanks, guys.
Nice job.
Yeah, great set, Gary.
Oh, thanks, James.
All through. Yeah.
Coming from you.
Yeah, thoroughly loved it. Again, I'm looking just all sorts of great comments here, which, Gary, if you didn't get a chance to take a look at them, you can always look at them later.
I will.
Very kind of people to take the time to make those comments. And, you know, it's so much better than when we're live and the fist fights break out, you know.
The chicken wire.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, sure, I miss it. But, you know, there's something a little more humbling about just some nice ego boosting here. So
It's a privilege, man. It really is.
Hey,
so,
Dan, how are you? Dan Cooney just chimed in.
hey, Dan. All right. Yes. Wow. And your lovely wife, yes, has made some terrific comments throughout here. So, I mean, I try to stay like connected and watching what you're doing and what the performers are doing aside from that, and not get too caught up in the comments. But they have been really generous and gracious. So, thanks to everyone. And so, yeah, like final comments from you two dudes of powerful songwriting prowess here. That was really awkward, but I guess you get the gist of it.
We'll take the compliment.
Sure. Good.
All right, I'll go first, Gary. I had to actually start playing guitar again to do this, Larry. I hadn't picked up a guitar in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, a couple times in my life I went through periods where I just put it aside, and all of a sudden, like, you contacted me and said, let's do this in July, and June hit, and I was like, I got to start playing again. So I had to literally put some of that like callus protector stuff on my fingers tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels really good. So I'm gonna just keep a guitar out and start playing again, and just.
I can relate. I actually, being a sound engineer, nobody wanted to hear me play because it's all about them. So I stopped playing for 25 years, more than that.
Wow.
And then a few years ago, I just said, it's my turn. So I gave all my work away because I can't focus on many things at a time. And I just said, I'm just going to write and record and perform. And whatever it leads to, I'll just live with it.
You sounded great, Gary.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe. I've heard the Gary story before, and that's astonished me the first time that I heard it. You know, but I mean, I can kind of relate, James. I mean, I've had time. I'm not. I also teach, as you guys know, I think, and I just finished up a 2-week intensive poetry class. Well, it's a creative writing class, so it wasn't just poets in there. And then with a lot of guest writers. And of course, I said, make sure you talk about your process with everybody because they'll be curious to hear about it. And of course, you hear a variety of things. And the one thing that I had to tell the students is like, well, I don't know, I don't think I'm a lazy writer, but I'm not somebody that feels like I have to do work every day. And I mean, I probably tried it in the past and just realized that it was kind of, you know, just not my thing. I think that it sounds good, you know, but I've never been able to not recover from periods where I've like put the guitar down or like not really written much. So, I mean, I think I'm fortunate, and, you know, thinking that you had not done that in a while, you know, you're so smooth. You always sound good. The song sounded great. You know, I didn't even notice that. So I for one am happy to hear that you're going to keep the guitar out, because it might mean more James Curley stuff coming.
I'll do this anytime, buddy. You know.
Well, it's a pleasure to have both of you, and I'm glad to hear that. And you are both welcome back. Yes, of course.
Well, if we ever get past the
okay, let's do it again.
COVID, we might do this live again someday, right?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was about to say. Is it's like eventually the plan is to get back to you know, an actual in-person event, but I'm still I'm wary of musical performances, and I'm getting ready to maybe record, and that's a more controlled circumstance, so that I can handle. But being
bring your own mics.
I'm sorry, say.
I always do that.
Bring your own mics.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I remember, you know, and in my folk U bag, you know, I've got a SM50 or SM58 in there just in case. But yeah, bring your own mic and bring a, you know, a plastic wall to put around you too.
Yeah, stage condom. That's where the money is. We got to build a stage condom. Believe me, after doing sound for thousands of shows, I see those mics and I just look inside and going, oh God. So yeah, bring your own mic. Even I always did that. It's like, no thanks. I don't want a flu or a cold.
Yeah, bring your own mic. Bring your own. Bring a new reality, I think, is what we're all looking for, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in the meantime, I'm, you know, for the foreseeable future, I'll be doing this, and it for me every month, it feels great just to have this gathering, even if we're not literally in the same room, and to hear the songs. And I would always say, and at the live show, this is my favorite thing every month, and I think this is still my favorite thing every month.
Yeah. I can see that. Well, you've been doing it for so long. Congratulations on the longevity.
So this whole year is a celebration of 20 years. So,
yeah.
Well, I won't. Oh yeah, if I had one, I would doff it. I don't even have one I can. Look at this. See, the man comes prepared. I can't even.
Hats off to you too.
I'm just gonna doff my symbolic cap to both.
Hair off to you then.
So once again, I won't keep you, but you guys don't, you know, bug out when we go off the air here. Thank you again to everyone who tuned in. Big hand to Gary Nobody. James,
thanks, man. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We'll be back the third Friday next month with another lineup. And any last comments, dudes? Gary, when's your show again?
1 week from tomorrow, so Saturday the 23rd. My birthday show starts at 8:30. Fuller's on Kedzie and Irving. Free and free parking. Come on by.
Right on. So happy birthday, as I put in the comments. And James,
Gary, is that indoors or outdoors?
It'll be indoor, and that's a rare occasion, but we'll be careful.
Okay. No, I didn't know if sometimes they had the yard open. You know?
Right. Yeah. 8:30 at night is a little difficult. Usually they do those earlier, like 5 or 6.
It is the summer, you know, 8:30 at night. That'll be okay.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, hang tight. We can do our official goodbye. Everybody stay safe out there. We'll hopefully see you next month. And thank you again to Gary Nobody, James Curley. I couldn't do it without you guys. See you, everybody.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Sad, but it has to happen.